My name's Brian Lewis, and to kick things off, let's start with a little exercise. Alright? So I'm going to show you two pictures. You have two options for how to respond. Option one is likely negative. Danger, oh, by the way, it's going to kill me. And then option two is largely positive. Oh, beautiful, intelligent, amazing. Alright? Let's get things started. Let's have a raise of hands. How do we react with option one? Oh, by the way, it's going to kill me. Not a lot. Okay, how many option two? Oh, intelligent. Yeah, there you go. There's all the hands. Alright. Now let's try it with this one. How many option one? Ah, danger, by the way, it's going to kill me. Okay, so that's a lot. Now how many option two? Not so many, okay. So, based off the survey that we just took, we could reasonably conclude that general opinion, at least in this room, is that sharks are more dangerous than elephants. I mean, it only seems logical, right? Well, let's dig a little bit deeper into this. African elephant populations have declined by over 90% in the past century alone. And this fact, coupled with the immensely important roles they play in so many ecosystems, has led to a global effort to save the elephants. Millions of dollars go to their conservation efforts each year, and positive media and publicity is released on them on the daily. And so, as a result, we can't even fathom the possibility of their extinction anymore. Now, sharks, on the other hand, the very image of their sleek, streamlined features sounds one thought in my mind. Boom, 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 boom. And again, this is largely because we've been raised in a culture filled with media and information all disparaging sharks as one of the most dangerous creatures in the ocean. And you see the effect of this taken in the survey just moments ago. When you see them, we instinctively think, by the way, it's going to kill me. Well, I'm not saying that this instinct isn't necessarily misguided. I mean, sharks are predators, they're both prey, that's what they do, they're dangerous. We tend to take it a little bit too far. For example, the International Shark Attack File found that in 2018, of the only 130 global shark attacks, which in itself is a small number, only 4 resulted in fatality. I mean, and that's compared to an average of 6 shark attack fatalities throughout history. I mean, and this difference between our perception of sharks as these killing machines in actual reality, which is not so, at least for humans, it grows even more powerful when you compare the results to cowardly elephants. Elephants kill hundreds of people per year, with one Nat Geo documentary citing as many as 500 and increasing. So, I mean, I'm not saying that you should go hop on a shark or anything, but it puts things in perspective, doesn't it? The power of media and information. Here we love elephants. And sharks, not so much. Yet elephants kill arguably 100 times more people per year. And so, as a result of this, while elephant population declines have largely settled, as their plight has grown in publicity, the same can't be said for sharks. And now you might be confused. What is this guy saying? Sharks have a plight? What could possibly be wrong with them? They're kings of the ocean. What could be wrong? Well, what if I told you that not 10,000, not 100,000, not 1 million, or even 10 million, but over 100 million sharks are killed each year? Not natural causes killed. I mean, think about that number for a second. How would that even be humanly possible? There aren't even enough pixels on the screen to represent that number, despite my efforts. And as you may have surmised, this isn't hypothetical, this is real. And it's happening right now. And while causes include the obvious climate change, global warming, habitat loss, similar to the ivory trade with elephants, the main cause for these mass killings is the shark fin industry. A multi-billion-dollar industry based largely in East and Southeast Asia. The shark fin industry is immensely successful. 1 pound of shark fin can go for as much as $300. And these things don't just fall off either. A shark is taken alive, its fins sheared off, which is immensely excruciating. We can't even imagine it, because sharks have exponentially more sensitive nervous systems than our own. It would be like our nose being cut off, but multiplied by 100. And the remaining 95% of the shark is thrown back into the ocean simply because it's not worth that 5% that the fin makes up. And this is happening to millions and millions of sharks each year, right under our noses. And so, now the shark fin industry feeds two primary markets. The first one is culinary, and the second one is medicinal. And this in itself is interesting, considering that shark meat itself has the highest level of mercury of any fish in the ocean, which, if anything, would have a detrimental health effect. And shark fin use in cuisine is largely for tradition. Shark fin doesn't even have a taste. Pork or chicken stock has to be used in the dishes that's most commonly used in order to give it taste. And so it's unnerving to think that the markets that this industry feeds into are largely based off of falsehoods. And as a result, over a quarter of shark species are facing extinction today. Now, on a lighter note, there's me. As you can tell by the quality of the photo, it was taken with an iPhone 4, which is all the rage at the time. But I've had the opportunity to be exposed to this crisis on a significant level. I'm a scuba diver, there's me again, and I'm even a certified shark guardian ambassador. So, I mean, I know why I should care, but why should you care? I mean, you'd be totally justified in thinking, "That's the sharks. Let them die. It doesn't matter to me." But you'd be wrong. See, sharks, similar to elephants, are like the homeowners association of the ocean. Now, bear with me for a moment. See, sharks as apex predators protect all the smaller, hardworking industrious fish by keeping away and eating all the lower territorial fish, and thereby effectively keep our oceans nice and clean. So you can imagine what would happen if they were to all of a sudden disappear. I mean, what would happen to the 1 out of every 10 people who rely on fisheries as their primary source of income? It would be a global economic crisis. So, I mean, you should care, if not for the sake of the sharks, then at least for yourself, for the sake of the world. Because sharks are important. In the end, us as individuals, we can't do much. But as we've seen in other cases, with the elephants and more, when we come together to dispel misconceptions, misperceptions, and misinformation, we can achieve truly phenomenal things. This is my hope for the sharks, and with all misrepresented populations, both in and out of the ocean. Hopefully I've been successful in achieving at least a part of that desire tonight. Thank you.